Welcome to our special presentation. Today we're going to look at how to identify the right stocks for your option income trades. Generating income is massively important, but many people struggle when it comes to finding the right stocks. Maybe you do as well. Maybe it feels like trying to find a needle in a haystack. There's so many stocks out there, you don't know where to look. And even when you do have a list of stocks, you don't know what to look for. You either spend all day looking for one, like going to the library as a kid looking through the card catalog, or when you get tired of looking, you pick one and end up placing a trade on the wrong stock. Eventually, you give up trying to use options to generate income. However, giving up is not an option. You don't want to be caught in a position where you won't have enough income when you retire and you're forced to continue working. Instead, you want to be in a position where work is optional and you have enough money to enjoy retirement. The way you do that is by having the ability to generate a steady stream of income, like a tap you can turn on or off whenever you want. Here at VectorVest, the way we teach to generate income involves two main sources. First, through dividends. Second, using option trades, primarily using covered calls and credit spreads. While dividends are a nice source of income, option trades are by far the main contributor to your income system. As I said before, for many people, finding stocks for option trades appears complex. However, as you'll learn today, the key principles are much easier than you'd imagine, and something you can definitely do. So let's look at the 5 key principles to identifying the right stocks for your option income trades. Key principle number 1 is match the trend. The first thing you need to consider when placing your trades is the overall market direction, and you want to match your stock to the market's direction. When you don't make sure there's a match, it leads to poor results many times. For our purposes, let's look at the 2 main types of trends you'll see. For the majority of the time, the market will either be in an uptrend or it will be in a downtrend. In those cases, you will either be bullish or bearish. When the market is in an uptrend, only focus on bullish trades, and therefore only look at stocks that are in an uptrend. When the market's in a downtrend, only focus on bearish trades, and therefore only look at stocks in a downtrend. Here's a look at what it means to match. At the top, you see the overall market, and at the bottom, you see a stock. Notice how the stock follows the trends of the market. When the market is trending down, the stock you select should also be trending down. When the market's trending up, the stock you select should also be trending up. This stacks the probability of success in your favor. When the market's going down, your bearish income trades have a higher probability of winning. And when the market's going up, your bullish income trades will have a higher probability of winning. You want to avoid mismatches like this. A stock that isn't following the trend of the market adds a layer of unpredictability to your trade, and thus increases the risk. So remember key principle number 1 and start by matching the trend. Here at VectorVest, we have ways to help you with both. We'll talk about how we help you with stocks in the upcoming key principles. As far as market signals go, there are several great ones to use for your income trades. Here are 2 of our favorites. First is the DEW signal. Notice it does a fantastic job of identifying the beginnings of both the uptrends and downtrends. We actually use this signal as the basis of our options paycheck income system, and it has served us well for many years. Second is the RT kicker combo. Notice this signal also does an amazing job of identifying uptrends and downtrends. It can be a little faster than the DEW, and the other benefit is it gives a daily signal whether it's up, down, or neutral. Both of these market signals can be at the core of your income system. Key principle number 2 is to make sure price passes the gopher test. You know how gophers poke their head out of the hole to make sure the coast is clear? Well, that'll be a way for you to remember this key principle. On your bullish trades, you want price to be higher than it's been in the past. On your bearish trades, you want the price to be at a low point. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's first look at bullish trades. The most important aspect is that the stock is rising in price. The easiest way to identify this is by looking at two graphs. First, the 1-year graph. The last bar should be higher than the first. Now the 3-month graph. Again, the last bar should be higher than the first. Here's an additional pro tip. Your entry signal would be if today's price is higher than yesterday's high. In that case, the gopher has really stuck his head out of the hole. Your bearish trades will be very similar, just flipped around. The most important aspect is that the stock is falling in price. Again, start with a 1-year graph, and the last bar should be lower than the first. Then again, go to a 3-month graph, and the last bar should be lower than the first. Again, here's your pro tip. Your entry signal for the bearish trade would be if today's price is lower than yesterday's low. Okay, key principle number 3 is you want to check the earnings engine. Earnings is the engine that drives stock prices higher or lower over time. If the earnings engine is strong, the stock price is more likely to rise over time, and it helps assure the stock price won't move adversely or quickly against you. If the earnings engine is weak, the stock price is more likely to fall over time and is susceptible to quick moves down. Instead of scouring the internet looking for earnings data, let me show you what we do here at VectorVest, which makes things a lot quicker and gives you what we feel to be better data. Here at VectorVest, we calculate our own earnings per share for each company. VectorVest's EPS is a leading 12-month EPS forecast, combining recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. For your bullish trades, simply look for the EPS to be steadily rising. We like the nice stair-step pattern up. For your bearish trades, simply look for the EPS to be falling. It can either be a steady stair-step down over time, or like in this example, the EPS transitioned from going up to then steadily falling. Here at VectorVest, we also have an indicator which helps you even more to identify companies with either steadily rising earnings or falling earnings. That indicator is relative safety, or RS. RS is a very smart indicator which looks at many things. It looks at earnings consistency, the company's size. It also factors in the stock's price behavior, as well as the company's business longevity, dividend history, and debt-to-equity ratio. Basically, that one indicator is doing a lot of work for you, so you don't have to. RS is on a 0 to 2 scale. Here you see the rating system. Basically, the higher above 1 you get, the better it is for your bullish trades. The lower below 1 you get, the better it will be for your bearish trades. So remember key principle number 3 of checking the earnings engine, and use EPS and relative safety to help you identify your stocks. Key principle number 4 is look for high volume. This is especially important when identifying stocks for your option income trades. Heavily traded stocks are likely to have heavily traded options. Well, why is this important? First, the bid and ask are closer together. Second, with more people actively trading, you'll be able to have more timely entries and exits. You don't want to be in a position where you're trying to exit a trade, but there isn't a person on the other end. So by looking for stocks with high volume, you're helping to ensure the options are more heavily traded, and thus it helps you get in and out of a trade at the price that you desire. Okay, let me move on to key principle number 5, which is to screen your stocks. Instead of looking at every stock out there, you want to narrow down the list of stocks to some of the best candidates. Just like back in the day when people would go out panning for gold, they would put everything in at first. Then they would have a screening process where they got closer and closer to the actual pieces of gold they were looking for. You're going to do the same thing, but you're going to find your gold much, much quicker. You don't want to waste your time looking at the wrong stocks. Instead, you want to screen your stocks so you're only looking at the candidates that have the ideal qualities. When the market's in an uptrend, you only want to deal with stocks likely to rise. When the market's in a downtrend, you only want to deal with the stocks that are likely to fall. Let me show you how to do it. The best tool I've found to screen for stocks is VectorVest. So that's the tool we're going to use today. Here we are in our Unisearch tool, and I'm showing you an example of a search that we created for our options paycheck students. It's a search that you could build as well. Let's take a look at the criteria of this bullish search and how it helps us with the key principles that we looked at today. First, let's look at how it helps ensure the stocks are currently in an uptrend. Without getting into all the details of these indicators and how they are calculated, just know that this search looks for a high VST and uses our comfort index or CI indicator as a way to sort the stocks. This will help find stocks in uptrends and that are resistant to price declines. Second, to help ensure the stocks have a strong earnings engine, this search looks for stocks that have a high relative safety rating. And third, it makes sure the stocks have an average daily trading volume over 500,000 shares. When you combine all of this together into one search, you will routinely find stocks that look like this. Notice the price pattern and the earnings pattern. Here's another, same pattern. And here's another. This search will help you quickly identify great stocks for your bullish option income trades. There's also searches for your bearish trades. Again, here's one that we created for our option paycheck students. You can easily create this search as well. As you can see up at the top, the base search is IG plungers. So just start with that. As you can see, in addition to the high volume criteria, it finds stocks that are in industries that are falling over the last 10 days, and it sorts the stocks by our RT or relative timing indicator, which brings the stocks with the strongest downtrends to the top of the list. Searches like this will help you routinely identify stocks for your bearish income trades, such as this. Notice the downtrending stock price and the poor earnings performance. Here's another one. And here's another. Now that you know the 5 key principles and what they are, let's put it all together and see how it's done. Remember, it starts with the market trend. Here, I'm showing our market timing graph with our DEW signals. You can see there was a DEW down signal in May, and the downtrend continued. A couple of days after the DEW signal came, let's say you wanted to generate some income by placing a bearish income trade. Well, you head to the Unisearch to help you identify a candidate. Notice Tesla was in the list of candidates that day. The bearish income trade that we teach as part of our option paycheck system is called a bear call spread. Once you set up the trade, ideally you'd like the stock to continue moving lower, but it's okay if the stock just moves sideways. That's one of the great things about these income trades. You can generate income even when you don't get things exactly right. Well, let's take a look at what happened. A few days later, the stock did continue to fall. And the result? In 4 days, you walked away with a profit of $875. That was a 27% return on your money. A great thing about this type of trade is that you only risked about $3,000 to place this trade. A few weeks later, the market turned around and our DEW signal changed to up. On June 20th, the market was still rising. So let's say you wanted to generate some income by placing a bullish income trade. Well, again, you head to the Unisearch to help identify a candidate. Notice Visa was in the list of candidates that day. The bullish income trade that we teach is called a bull put spread. Once you set up the trade, ideally you'd like the stock to continue moving higher, but again, it's okay if it just moves sideways. which actually worked out really well for this trade. As you can see on this trade, the stock actually moved lower after entering the trade before it started to go back up. The stock ended up only moving higher by about 1%, but the income trade that you placed would have generated an 11% return. You only had to risk about $3,500 and you could have made $460 of income in just 12 days. So by knowing how to identify the right stocks for your income trades and by having an option income system in place, you have a way to generate a steady stream of income whether the market is rising or falling. Today, we looked at how to identify the right stocks for your option income trades. That is one part of your option income system. Let's talk about your action steps to take right now. And the way that I see it is there are two options. Option number one is you don't make a plan to create your income stream and you're in the same place this time next year, worrying if you'll have enough money when you retire. Option number two is you 100% commit to creating and implementing your income stream this year using a proven system. So if you're ready to create an income stream and you want a step-by-step roadmap to do so, and if you want to get results fast, the absolute best thing you could do is register for our Options Paycheck course. The Options Paycheck course is a complete A to Z system to generate income each month from option trades so you can trade with confidence and live the lifestyle you want without fear you'll run out of money. Let me tell you what you get inside the Options Paycheck. By the end of the course, you will have a complete understanding of 3 income trades, one for bullish, one for bearish markets, and one for neutral markets. You'll also have your trade selection and setup criteria in hand. You'll have trade management rules in place to know exactly what to do in all situations. And by the end of the course, you will have actual practice entering trades with a broker. The easiest way to explain it is just to map it out for you. In Module 1, the first thing we're going to cover are all the building blocks that you need to know in order to build a successful options trade. The outcome you get here is you will know exactly how calls and puts work so you can confidently use them in your trades. You'll know which terms to pay attention to and which to ignore so you don't waste time or get frustrated. Then in Module 2, it's all about getting paid whether the market is rising or falling. The outcome here is you'll know how to combine calls and puts to create income trades that have a high probability of success. Then in Module 3, it's about getting paid when the market moves sideways, because sideways markets can be very frustrating if you don't know what to do. The outcome here is you'll know the most powerful neutral market income trade available. In Module 4, you'll learn how to identify the best trading opportunities and when to trade them. Then in Module 5, it's all about maximizing the way that you set up those trades so that you have a high probability of success from the very beginning and maximizing the income potential of your trades. Then in Module 6, you get the trade management game plan, where you learn to prepare yourself for what could happen after you place the trade. The outcome of Module 6 is you're no longer going to be a deer in the headlights because you'll have a game plan in place prior to placing the trade. You'll know when you will exit, whether the trade goes for you or against you. And then in Module 7, it's time to get ready to place your trades. You'll have a checklist in hand so you never miss a step. By the time we're done, you'll have a straight line system in place to generate safe, consistent income month after month after month. Now, the total value of the Options Paycheck course alone is $1,990. In addition to the course, you also get a few bonuses. As I just mentioned, the full course comes with 7 training modules which are taught live once per week. Plus, you get video recordings of each training module just in case you can't make it to a live session. You also get all the slides, cheat sheets, checklists, quizzes, and extra walkthrough videos. We've got you covered the whole way through. And now I want to tell you about a special bonus. To help you actually implement the things that you learn in the course, you'll also get 7 live mastery support sessions valued at $995. We'll take a look at the things you're doing and the questions you have and guide you through this entire process. If you can't make it to those sessions, no problem. You'll be able to submit your questions ahead of time and we'll send you a recording of the session. The second bonus you get is access to our private Facebook group purely dedicated to investors just like you going through the Options Paycheck course. Throughout the course, you'll be in a special student-only group, and once the course ends, you'll be in our alumni group where you can interact with hundreds of others who have graduated from the course. Plus, we'll show up each month and do a live Q&A session to make sure you're still on track even after the course ends. This is also valued at $995. Bonus number 3 is 7 weeks access to our members-only group coaching program, where you'll see in real time how we find, select, and set up option income trades. So basically each week, you'll see trade recommendations. Each week, we'll look at our existing trades and discuss how to manage them in real time. Plus, we'll give you access to the software that we use to help speed things up. This is a huge bonus and is valued over $1,500. So as you can see, with the complete program and all the bonuses, this is a value of $5,531. So right about now, you're probably wondering what the price is. And you're likely thinking we're going to be charging thousands of dollars for this course. And the truth is, we probably should. It's that good, and the results that you can create for yourself are life-changing. We've seen how this course has done that for so many people already. If we price this course based on the industry, other courses that aren't even half as good as the Option Paycheck course sell for at least $3,000. However, we pride ourselves in not being like others in the industry. We know that even though you're incredibly serious about this, that price point would be a tough pill to swallow. So what we did is we cut it in half. We want this course to be affordable to you. We want you to be able to enroll today and get started creating your option income system. That's why we decided to price it much less than we probably should. All you need to do is go to www.optionspaycheck.com and you can enroll right away. Additionally, we wanted to let you know we do offer a 100% money-back guarantee on this course. We're only looking for serious people who are ready to take action. So you need to show that you gave the course a try before requesting a refund. We do this because we're not looking for tire kickers, but people who are excited to dive in and get results. We know if you do the work, you will get the results. If you do the work and you're still not satisfied that we taught you how to generate income with options, just show us your work within 7 days of finishing the course and we'll gladly give you all your money back. This is completely no risk. I have one more special bonus for you. If you order before registration closes next week, you will also get our SPX income trading system. This system is super simple for you to implement. We'll teach you how to generate income each month just by using the SPX, which is the index that tracks the S&P. It only takes about 15 minutes per week, and it's great for beginners since you only have to focus on one ticker symbol. It's also perfect for both small and large-sized accounts. The SPX system is the system that Mike started to use, which helped him make over $12,000 in the 4 months after he learned it. It's also the system that Jim used. And he said he went from being inconsistent with his trading to where he had 21 winners in a row, and he returned 76% in about 8 months using the system. So give us 7 weeks, and together we'll turn your portfolio into an income machine. Even if you've never had success with options, we're going to do this. Just go to www.optionspaycheck.com. you'll most likely see a near immediate return on your investment in this course. For example, Matthew just finished the course and has already shared this on our Facebook group. He said he just closed out of NOC, ABT, Visa, McDonald's, Disney, and his SPX bull put spreads for about $250 profit each this week. And he said all were found using VectorVest and Options Pro. He went on to say, I have tried a few other services over the last year, but VectorVest and Options Pro is an awesomely powerful system and blows other ones out of the water. It is such a relief to be able to confidently place trades, knowing your risk and profit potential before ever placing the order. We also received this review from Jan. Jan said, I'm particularly impressed with the Options Paycheck course. I've profited significantly even during training. I've been trading only the SPX credit spreads this year because I don't have the time or inclination to sit in front of my computer all day. Ron Wheeler has been a fantastic trainer and helped me generate over $60,000 profit this year trading the option paycheck way. This is the easiest and simplest money generating project I've ever come across with so small a risk. That's awesome stuff. After Elmer finished the paycheck course, he posted this on the Facebook group. He said, I'm a happy camper. 5 option trades closed so far this month, all winners, for a little over twice what I paid for the course. About a week later, he gave an update on another trade. He said his bull put on Amazon that he entered just the day before hit its profit target and closed while he was shopping at Harbor Freight. All of this was taught to him in the course. How to find the trades, how to adjust them if needed, how to enter them with the broker so that if he hits a profit, the trade will close automatically. Tim also posted about Amazon. He said he just closed out of his Amazon bull put spread with a 50% win. 4 out of 5 trades were winners, have paid for my class 2 times over. And Wahid posted saying the paycheck course was well worth it. I just calculated my profits so far, and they've paid for the course at least 6 times over. And right below that, you see Tom says, right? I'm right there with you. Ask yourself one question. How much is it costing you not to do this? How much potential profit will you miss out on? How much time and energy will you spend trying to figure this out on your own? Then ask yourself how your life would be different if you do this and it works. There's a saying that the best time to plant an oak tree is 20 years ago, so you could be sitting under it now enjoying its shade. Do you know when the second best time is? It's today. It's not too late to begin to prepare yourself for retirement and learn to generate income. Again, go to www.optionspaycheck.com and get yourself registered today. On behalf of everyone here at VectorVest, we look forward to seeing you in class.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.